Alright, so today it's Foundation Friday. This is where I try out a new foundation every single Friday on my channel, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Today we're trying out a new foundation by Shiseido. I actually think this was existing in the universe before, you know, and then I think they like relaunched it. I think the packaging is a little bit different. I don't know if they changed the formula, but they did just do like a recent relaunch of this. I'm pretty sure this existed before. But this is the Shiseido Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Foundation, SPF 30. Retails for $47 and you get 1 fluid ounce of product, so, you know, not a cheap foundation. It comes in 30 shades. The shade is 120 Ivory. I do have a few little sample guys here that I will swatch for you just so you can see what shade you might be. But the description says it's a weightless foundation that synchronizes with skin and self-refreshes non-stop for an up to 24-hour just applied look and flawless finish. Doesn't quite roll off the tongue. Basically, medium coverage for every skin type, and it has a natural finish. About all we need to know with that. So I have shades 110 through 140 here. So I'm gonna insert swatches right here so we can see what these 4 shades look like next to each other and compared to some other go-to foundations. All right, so swatch time right here is the Shiseido Synchro Skin Foundation in 110, 120, 130, and 140. L'Oreal Freshwear in 410, and Dermacol 208, my closest shade match. So if you enjoy Foundation Friday videos, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. I appreciate it. If you're new here, I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Foundation Friday is every single week. Let's get into this bad boy. All right, so this is the very first Foundation Friday. I'm filming on my new lens and camera, so hopefully it looks good. Most of my October videos were on the old camera and lens because those were already pre-filmed, and then November will be the new stuff. A lot of you guys so far are saying you like the quality and it looks like a lot more clear, so I'm excited about that. But let's put on some foundation. So right now it is 8:50 in the morning. When this video goes up, Halloween will have already passed. November is still fine for pumpkins, right? I think so. Have hair dye all over my hairline. We could ignore that. So I think I'm going to try the shade 120 Ivory first. I do have a few little sample shades here. If those don't match, I have the lightest shade 110, so I'll definitely be swatching all those. You guys will have already seen that. Okay, you turn it to open. So it locks, which is nice. So let's brush it up on this side to start. Ooh. That has good coverage. If it's medium, it's definitely on the high medium side. A little bit goes a long way. You can see that spread kind of like across my chin area too. So I'm gonna do a sponge on the other side. I'm getting some random breakouts. I have no idea what's from. These breakouts are from eyebrow wax. I don't know what this is from. We're gonna try sponge on this side, see if I get similar coverage. So it definitely goes further with the brush. Like I feel like it's getting absorbed more by the sponge. And I think I got a little bit lighter coverage with the sponge. It's not looking as good, the finish. It's looking a little bit textured on my skin, like around my nose area. But that's about it on this side. I think overall it looks definitely better on the brush side. So for my forehead, I'm going to switch back to the brush and then probably go over it with the sponge. Also the shade looking at my neck, I think it's pretty much like an exact shade match as far as I can tell right now. So now I'm going to take the sponge and just go over that without product just to tap it in. It could just be because I have a lot of texture on my skin right now, like my forehead's breaking out and then I have this thing, you know? So it could just be because my skin isn't the best right now, but I do feel like it's kind of like emphasizing all of that. I'm gonna see if I can build this up just a little bit. My goal with Foundation Friday videos especially is that you guys can really see what I'm seeing and it translates on camera how it does in real life, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to upgrade everything, because sometimes you look at my videos or other people's videos and it's not intentional necessarily, but you just really can't see because of the lighting or the lens or whatever it is. You like can't see what they're talking about, and it's almost like you just have to listen to what they're saying and, you know, kind of believe what they're saying. And I want you to be able to actually like see everything I'm seeing. So I would say it builds a little bit. I don't think we're up to total full coverage. I can still see some stuff coming through. So I would say it's high medium coverage. It's looking a bit heavy. Like I can just tell that I have stuff on my skin right now. It looks like just a natural matte finish. I think if I had on like a smoothing primer underneath, it would look a lot better. Overall, it looks pretty nice, just a little bit on the makeup-y side. If it doesn't oxidize, I think that is my shade, but right now it is almost 9 o'clock. So I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and we'll be right back. Then I'm gonna do a flash test and a shot in natural lighting on my other camera so we can see how it looks under that lighting. Okay, it's now 9:30. Don't ask me how this basic ass makeup look just took me half hour. So I looked at it in the bathroom lighting and then also just like briefly in natural lighting, and it actually looked better. Like I liked it better in that lighting. So we'll see how it looks, you know, in a second, full on in natural lighting. Right now, just looking at the foundation itself, if you have texture and like acne, I do think it would kind of emphasize it. I haven't had my skin breaking out like this in like a couple years now since Accutane, so I think I'm just not used to it, but looking at the foundation itself, I think it is looking nice. Slightly cakey looking in here. Hopefully it doesn't crease bad throughout the day right there, but we'll see. On the rest of my face for makeup, for eyes, I just used e.l.f. Classic palette. I haven't been able to put this thing down. For blush, I used this Hourglass Ghost Lightning palette, whatever it's called. Lightning Edit Ghost palette. For highlight, I tried this Physicians formula. This is one of their new dewy highlighters. It is a cream highlight. It's in the shade Dew Frost, and it was really pretty. I feel like I would like this even better on no makeup days, just like on my skin without foundation on, but it was pretty. And then I kind of topped it off a little bit with this shade in the palette. And then for bronzer, I used Maybelline City Bronzer in 100. For lips, I just used this collab liner in See-Through, and then I used Bare Minerals Gloss in Groovy over top. This is super pigmented, so you don't really need like a lipstick underneath. And that's about it. Just very basic, simple makeup today. So let's go see what this looks like in natural lighting, and we'll do a flash test. Okay, so I'm in front of the window in natural lighting. Let's take a look. I do think I like it a little bit better looking at it in natural lighting. I like the finish. It does look like a satin matte. Not looking bad. It's just looking slightly like I can just see it on my skin, especially on my forehead. I think it just looks like a little bit makeup-y. I'm starting to get a little bit of creasing on my upper lip. It does look makeup-y. Like it doesn't look like a natural looking foundation on my skin. Let's do a flash test. This one does have SPF 30 in it, so I'm curious to see if there's any kind of flashback. I don't think so. It looks pretty good in flash. It looks like it just matches my neck. Also, I've been getting questions about my hair. I haven't had my extensions in since May, so my hair has just been growing. I am going to just get a bunch of editing done today, and I think that's about it. I'm getting dinner with a friend later tonight, but as far as today, I'm just going to be editing all day. So I'll check back in with you guys in a few hours back in natural lighting. All right, so right now it's about 2:30. My phone was at 1. Wow, my hair looks tragic right now. I just had it up in a clip. Anyways, no one cares. It's 2:30. Foundation's been on for 5 hours. My phone was at 1%, so it's on the charge right now. But I have not looked at my face at all. Ooh, doesn't look horrible. Doesn't look great. Definitely looks even more makeup-y, especially on my forehead now. You can just really see it sitting on my skin. Seems like it is breaking down a little bit on my chin. So here's my forehead. Doesn't look bad. It just, you know, looks a little bit heavier and more makeup-y than I typically like, but doesn't look awful. It looks good enough to where I do think with a smoothing primer underneath that could maybe really help in like some setting spray. I don't love how it's looking on my forehead, and I also think it's oxidized. It looks quite orange now on my forehead especially. I'm not dying to like reach for this one tomorrow, but we'll see how it wears throughout the rest of the night. So I'll see you guys in a few hours. Okay, so I just got back from dinner. It is now 7:38. So the foundation's been on for 10 hours. I don't know why I didn't even take my jacket off to do this check-in. Cold out tonight, which feels so good. Okay, so here's my forehead. I'm looking a bit oily. Yeah, definitely a little bit oily. And then down here it looks a little bit, I feel like it looks a little bit better than before. Like it's almost like the oil is making it look less cakey. So compared to the last check-in, I think it does look a little bit actually better just because the oils in my skin have like come through and it's almost making it look a little bit smoother and less cakey. But this one I think is just not for my skin. I'm gonna try it with different primers. I'm not like totally giving up on this one. I feel like if you have a different skin type than I do, this one could look totally different. Like if you don't have textured skin, it might look really nice because it's like almost there for me. It might just be one of those that like doesn't look good on top of stuff. I don't know, but don't we all have stuff? Ain't that the truth, you know? So that's where I'm at with this one, but I hope you guys enjoyed this Foundation Friday. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.